Hello world, Shelly here, and it's time for another episode of Foundation Fest. And today I'm going to check out from CoverGirl the Outlast Extreme Wear 3-in-1 foundation. I have two different shades of this, the two lightest shades I believe, 810 Classic Ivory and 820 Creamy Neutral. This retails for $10.49 over at Target. And it comes in 21 different shades. We have SPF 18. It appears to be a chemical sunscreen, octinoxate. And they say, speed up your beauty routine with a long-lasting foundation, primer, and concealer all in one. Whether you dab on a little or a lot, CoverGirl Outlast Extreme Wear 3-in-1 Full Coverage Liquid Foundation is sure to be your go-to when it comes to providing naturally flawless full coverage finish you crave. Lightweight, cake-free, 24-hour formula, covers imperfections, yada yada yada, defends against the elements, hydrating, breathable, sweat-proof, transfer-proof, humidity-proof, apply with fingertips, brush, or sponge, cruelty-free. Yeah, sounds lovely. I wish I realized it had a primer built in because I already put some primer on, but that's okay. Let's take a look at these two shades swatched against a few others in my collection. Swatch time! First up is today's foundation from CoverGirl, the Outlast Extreme Wear Foundation. The first swatch is in shade 810 Classic Ivory. Second swatch is also the CoverGirl Extreme Wear in shade 820 Creamy Natural. Third up is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place in 1C1 Cool Bone. Fourth, I've got from Wet n Wild the Photo Focus Dewy in Shell Ivory. And last, I've got from Misha the Perfect Cover BB Cream in shade 21. I've already cleansed, moisturized, and sunscreened this 46-year-old face. On one side, I will go in with a damp sponge. The other, I've got an IT Cosmetics brush. It's not dirty. It just supposedly has skincare built into the ends of the bristles. Whatevs. I think it's pretty gimmicky, and I don't think they make this brush anymore. But we'll see if this goes better one way or the other. This has some really nice coverage right away. I'd say we are at a light medium coverage, just quick pass with the sponge. It is blending out easily, clinging just a little bit to some dry, flaky skin I have on my nose and a little tiny bit above my lip, but it is blending out nicely, and that was like really quick and easy to get some nice looking coverage. Let's try the brush side. I feel like this blends out faster with the brush, and I think I like the finish just a little bit more. It seems to cling a little bit less to my dry skin on the brush side. I am getting a little bit of clinging to the dry skin between my eyebrows, that little bit of texture there, but this blended out really nice, and I did not use anywhere near all of the product I pumped out. I'm going to take my fingertip and just try to get a little more coverage on my little blood vessel over here that likes to be obnoxious. There is a chipmunk that is running back and forth past my window because I just refilled the bird feeders, and he's super cute and he's so tiny, and chipmunks are like, how do they even survive? Like, they're so little and they're so cute, and I will be so sad the day that my chipmunk doesn't come to say hi. But he lives somewhere on that side of my house. I don't know where exactly, but that's where he comes from and goes to. And he's adorable. Did you guys watch the chipmunks when you were little? Are they still a thing? Do they even exist? This did a really good job of covering up this little zit that I got going on here. That, of course, I picked because I'm not smart. This looks nice, you guys. This coverage is really nice. It's totally buildable. I can barely see it. I see one little sunspot, and I can probably make it go away. I bet I can. Alright, alright, alright. Let's zoom in and take a look at this one. This coverage is lovely. I think this is like a natural finish, leaning matte, but it's not flat. There still is a little bit of reflect that you get off the high points of the face. clings just a tiny bit to the edges of skin that needs to exfoliate away. That's really the case with just about anything. And this finish is the kind of finish that normally would make the edges of dry skin look worse, and I really don't think it's doing that. I think it's tolerating it very nicely. So if you are a fan of a matte finish, this might be the kind of thing that works well for you if you do have some peeling skin every once in a while. I think this looks nice. It looks really nice on my pores. It's not accentuating texture. Right now, it's not settling into lines. We will see if that remains true. My forehead looks fine. Everything looks pretty doggone good, you guys. I don't think I'm going to have to set this with powder. I'm going to give it a couple minutes. It's just the tiniest bit tacky right now. But I have a feeling this is going to set itself down, which that would be even better. I mean, can it get any better? I'm seeing my little things in the monitor and it's making me really happy. You know me and my headbands, you guys. But if I zoom out so that you can see it, then you can't see my face. And oh well, makes me sad. All right, let me go put the rest of my face on. Where is my phone? Oh. Oh. It's 1:07 p.m. I will be right back. So far, so good with the CoverGirl Outlast Extreme Wear. I know people have different ideas of what everyday makeup is, but like this is my everyday makeup. Like this level of coverage, this finish, this is what I would look like every day if I had the time to look like this every day. Like this is it. Is right here. Did not have to set this with powder, which is awesome, and I think all of the powder products blended on top of it just fine. I'm wearing the Wet n Wild Incognito Concealer, had absolutely no trouble blending the two together. Everything's going well, and even the flakes that I originally was seeing on my nose, like, they're barely visible. I see some fallout that I missed, but they're really... everything's looking pretty doggone good. This reminds me of how I feel when I apply the CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made Foundation, which is one of my favorites. This is more matte than that on me. That does not wear matte on me at all. That wears more like a satin, natural kind of finish. But I feel very similar in... I really enjoy that foundation. I have 3 different shades of it. And this my initial impression is very, very similar. It's a different finish, but it's the same kind of feeling. I'm hoping that as the day goes on, it does not make me feel dry, as tends to happen. I dehydrate very easily in terms of my skin, so hopefully we won't have any trouble. We will find out. On the rest of my face, I've got NYX Sweet Cheeks blush as my contour. I had to dig out the Balm Desert. I know you can't get this anymore. It's my all-time favorite, and thank you. A while back, one of you guys sent me some backups when it was on clearance at Kohl's, and I will never run out of it. And it's my favorite tone of bronzer ever, and nothing has ever actually perfectly matched it, and I love it, and it's my favorite. And I was feeling in the mood for my favorites because this was making me feel like I was in the mood for like my favorite face. Yeah. And so then my new favorite blush combo with highlight Clarins Jolie Blush in Cheeky Baby and Wet n Wild Blossom Glow is my highlight. My eyes, this is a palette I had put together with singles from Adept. If you're not familiar with them, they make my favorite magnetic palettes of all times. So this is just a bunch of their singles that I put together. Their eyeshadow formula is fantastic. I do have a discount code with them down below. They have a pre-order going on right now for a couple of new palettes that they're coming out with this summer, which I really need to get on that and pre-order it while you still can. But check them out if you're not familiar. Their formula, especially for duochrome eyeshadows, is bravo. Mwah, chef's kiss, like gorgeous. Yeah, mascara is CoverGirl Lash Blast Clean. My eyes, my brows are hair gel. And my lip, I've not worn these in a minute. It's the Outlast All Day from CoverGirl, but they've got this new line of them that they're calling the New Neutrals. And this one is, the one I'm wearing is Dusty Blush. These are the ones that you apply the base coat give it 60 seconds to dry down, and then throughout the day you top it with the moisturizing balm, which, you know, this is basically any kind of lip balm that you like. You can use as the topper. Oil-based ones will break down the color, but if it's not an oil-based one, you'll be fine. I love these. I have a bunch of these. And so the new neutrals, so there's this shade, which looked like it was going to be a little bit more cool toned than it actually comes across on me, but it's fine. It's beautiful. I also picked up this shade, which looked like it was going to be too peachy for the look that I'm doing right now. But yeah, these are the new neutrals, and they had a whole bunch of colors, and I like this format, and I haven't worn them in a while. So that's what's on my lips. I'm going to go about my day. Gotta do some nails. I'm naked, you guys. Gotta get... Problem is, it's so hard to decide what I want to do next. And I was picking at this hand. I pick my nails. It's terrible. It's a horrible habit. I do it when I'm stressed out. And so this hand is in bad shape. This hand, that's my nail-fee hand. I haven't picked. It's doing all right. But I hate to waste like a gorgeous like mixed mani artistic idea when one of my hands looks like blah. Don't pick your nails, guys. It's bad. It'll make you very sad. It makes me so sad. I did it to myself. This hand looks nice though. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. That's my day. I gotta run to the post office. That's about it. I'm gonna have a nice... I'm filming this on the weekend, and I rarely take weekends off, but I think I'm gonna take this weekend off. I'm just gonna enjoy the weekends. That's my plan. I'll come back in a bit with a daylight check-in, and then I will come back tonight and give you guys my final thoughts. Hey guys, it's been about 3.5 hours now, and I'm standing in the shade, but I will step into the sun in a moment. I was wearing a mask for about maybe 20-30 minutes. I just took sunglasses off, so you see the indentations in my eyes, my nose, but it doesn't look like there's much product missing. I was standing outside for a while, so I'm a little bit chilly. My face is a little flushed. But, yeah, here we are. There's shade color match. I think everything still looks like it's holding up just fine. Let me step into some sunlight. Whoa. There's how it looks in the sun. Color match. It's probably easier to tell in the shade. So that is where we are at. So far so good, I would say. I'll be back tonight and we'll see how it goes. 12:05 a.m. Let's take a look at how the CoverGirl Outlast Extreme Wear held up. First off, I stopped by CVS today, and this is not the lightest shade. There are actually 2 shades lighter, so they've got 800 and 805, I believe they were. This is 810 and 820 that I've got. So there are lighter shades, which is good because I think that the 820 shade is actually a really good match for me. So the fact that you've got 3 shades lighter to choose from is good because I am not the fairest of the fair. I'm just like middle range fair. So that was good news, I thought. Let's talk comfort wear. It's really comfortable. You get a ton of coverage for a very lightweight feeling foundation. I like that. I like that a lot. In terms of dry skin, I'm not going to go so far as to say I feel like this is a hydrating formula. But for a matte finish, I feel like my skin is not dry at this point in the evening, and we're 11 hours in. That's pretty good considering it's still wintertime here. I'm pretending it's spring, but it's not. I also never got around to doing my nails because I got crazy busy. So dry skin, I think you're fine. Let's take a zoom in and check this one out up close. So honestly, at a conversational distance, this I think still looks really good. I don't think you can see the product breaking down at a conversational distance. If you get up in the 10x, it is a little bit more obvious, but it's really just kind of the fact that at this point in the night you can see product in some spots on kind of on top of the skin, but it's not really doing, and it's not moving around, it's not settling into lines. Even my deepest chin lines don't really have product settled into them. Blush, bronzer, highlight is still practically brand new looking. My pores still look smooth. There's no issues with texture. My nose is a little bit of a hot mess, and I'm gonna say I think the way the wear looks on my nose, I think it is probably due to wearing the mask, because that's kind of, I have the KN95 masks that have the metal clip in the nose, and on the bridge of my nose is where I clip it. So it looks like that's where that has worn off, but forehead still looks good. Like, honestly, the fact that it's a little bit more dewy than it was when we started, I would have called it matte in the beginning, like a satin matte, and I would say now it's reminds me again a lot of the True Blend Matte Made, because it wears a lot more satin-like on me. Like, there is some more reflect now than there was earlier. I'm not an oily skinned kind of person in any way, shape, or form. I really don't produce oil, so anytime you get any kind of sheen coming off of a foundation, it is usually the ingredients in that product causing that. So it is probably breaking down a little bit. I'm just looking at my forehead. I have no highlight on my forehead, so that is all product happening. I personally like it. I think it looks nice. I think it's a good amount. It's not like sweaty, dewy. I'm curious. I'm going to do my little 2-finger test and like touch my forehead and see if I can see where my fingerprints were. Can you see them? I can't really see them. So I don't think it's really oil. Maybe a tiny bit I can see them. I don't see anything on my fingers. So it doesn't want to focus. I don't really feel anything on my fingers, so I think it's just kind of the way the product ends up over time. You guys, I'm pretty happy with this one, I gotta say. Also, for note, the lip, this is, you know, the long wear, what the heck is it? Outlast All Day. I should just know, it's the same name as the foundation. This is what the lip looks like after 2 full meals, including a somewhat greasy one, a bunch of snacks, and very many Diet Dr. Peppers. This is what you have left at the end of 11 hours, and it holds up pretty good. The center is, of course, missing, but I really like these. I was at CVS today, and I think I bought another one. I bought one that would have gone better with this eye look. I'm like, did I buy one? Yeah, I think I did. I think I did. All right, if I had to give a grade to the CoverGirl Outlast Extreme Wear 3-in-1 foundation, I don't think it would last 24 hours because we're about halfway through, and I'd say it's starting to show signs of wear. However, I really like it. I'm going to give it an A. I really like it. It's a nice finish. It works for dry skin. Anytime I can get in the ballpark of a matte finish on my dry skin, especially in the wintertime, it's probably going to wear even better on me come summertime. Nothing feels dry. It's not uncomfortable. It was easy to apply. It's vegan. It's cruelty-free. I don't know if it's vegan. I'd have to double check that. It's definitely cruelty-free. It's got a little bit of sunscreen in there. I love me some sunscreen. Always wear full sunscreen underneath your makeup. You are never going to apply enough makeup to give yourself the fully stated SPF that's on the label. But I still like having more sunscreen. Yeah, yeah, it's an A. I like it. I like it a whole lot. I love CoverGirl. Their complexion products really work well for me, and I'm just a CoverGirl fan. Kind of a fangirl the last couple years. Ever since they went cruelty-free, they have just blown me away. What can I say? I can say they get an A. I'm a poet, didn't know it. All right, that's all I got, you guys. Yeah, I should go to bed now. As always, thanks a lot for taking some time out of your day to geek out over makeup with me. Come back every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern time for new videos. I appreciate your time, and I hope you guys all have an awesome day or night wherever you are in the world. Take care of each other. Bye-bye.